An electric violin. If you've never seen anything like it, you're not alone, because neither have Ed and I. So joining us tonight, Drew Tretick. He is not only Juilliard trained, but he's going to be performing on our show later this evening, and we're so thrilled to have you here, Drew.
Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Ed.
Tell
Good
us
to see you both.
a little bit about this instrument.
Well, what it is, it's just like a regular violin. What it does not have is the acoustical cabinet. A regular violin is nothing but like a speaker in our home. It has to vibrate with air inside. This is solid wood. It's California redwood. It's made by a company called Zeta in Oakland, California. And the strings are the same, the bow's the same. It has a switch on here and a little antenna on the back, so it's more like a cell phone in operation.
Wow.
How did you wind up playing
Well,
that?
I'm a graduate of the Juilliard School, and I studied with many of the great teachers, master classes with names like Itzhak Perlman. And what happened, though, when I was at the school, I started at such an early age. I was already working professionally when I was 12. Oh. And my mother booked a lot of orchestras throughout the Midwest, so I was able to work professionally at an early age. So I got the Juilliard, and I'd already played much of the classical repertoire. So at that age, one wants to explore more, and I found out about the electronic instruments, and it's a field that's very much growing and will represent the future. And what happened was I was hired right out of Juilliard to tour around the world for 3 years as a spokesperson for the company, promoting these instruments. And the parent company at the time was Gibson Guitar, so it was a rather auspicious beginning of my career.
Interesting. As we've mentioned, you are a graduate of Juilliard. I need to point out you got your master's degree as well as your bachelor's degree in 4 years.
Yeah. Well, lots of coffee.
Plenty.
Unlike some of us.
I can't get off of it now. It's got problems. But anyway, yeah.
You gave the first electric violin master recital there at Juilliard.
Right.
I think people who don't know anything about music, such as myself, see Juilliard as a very kind of stuffy, maybe, place.
Yeah, it has that reputation, but when I was there, I was actually a violist, and all bets are off. Violists, the jokes in the music business are about all the violists. And,
really?
And the violinists are known as they're more of the austere, but the violists are more laid back. So I was actually a viola student. I switched to violin. So, and I have a whole family of musicians. I have a sister who was a violinist who then switched to viola, and she's in Pittsburgh Symphony. I have another sister who's co-principal cellist at Phoenix, another sister in Indianapolis Symphony, a brother who's freelance flutist. So, I come from a very big musical family, very successful in classical field.
All the music. What is your specialty? What is it that you enjoy most? What music?
I've come back to my roots, really, Ed. I explored for. Those who listen to my music know I went through a period that was very exploratory, and I have an album out called Zeta Man when I was promoting this instrument. In fact, I appeared on ESPN a couple times doing a Jimi Hendrix version of Star Spangled Banner. And as my mother always says, she said, for years she's been saying, Drew, one of these days you're going to go back to basics. And it's true, because there's nothing like the spirit and the emotive power of just a violin. I'm still playing electric because in a lot of contemporary venues they're larger and you have to be able to project. This is still a very beautiful wood instrument, it has a lovely tone. That's been a problem technically of a lot of electric instruments. People think it must sound offensive. You mention electric violin and they think, oh, I don't want to hear it. Yeah. But as soon as people hear this sound, they just fall in love with it. It has a warmth and a beautiful character, a real soul.
We're going to hear from you in just a moment. Yeah. What are you going to be performing for us?
Well, I'll play a piece which, speaking of the Olympics, with your previous guest, this was used, actually chosen by Tamara Markova, who is the coach to the champion skaters, and the pair skaters primarily from the Olympics, and she chose this piece for the ice tour, Champions on Ice, and it's the familiar piece, Cante Partiro, which everyone knows, the most beautiful song, the Italian song.
Okay.
Or Time to Say Goodbye in English.
Time to Say Goodbye, that's right. You can learn more about Drew at goviolin.com. I logged on earlier today. Lots of very interesting information about Drew and his music.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to be right back with musical performance by Drew. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Taking a look at the arts calendar for the week of October the 1st. Ragfest 2001, it's Orange County's Ragtime Festival. It's going to be in downtown Fullerton, October the 6th and 7th. South Coast Rep plays host to Hold Please. That runs through October 21st. See Groups Galore as they present Melodies of the 40s. That's part of OCC's Robert B. Moore Theater Group. That's on October the 6th. Ballet Pacifica presents Concert 1 at the Irvine Barclay Theater October 5th and 6th. The Laguna Chamber Music Series presents Chamber Orchestra Kremlin. That's at the Irvine Barclay Theater on October the 8th. See Sleuth at the Curtis Theater. That runs from October 5th through the 21st. And it's the Tchaikovsky Gala Opening. That's presented by the Pacific Symphony Orchestra at the Orange County Performing Arts Center. You can enjoy a little Tchaikovsky on October the 3rd and 4th. See Randy Travis with PSO. That's also at the Orange County Performing Arts Center. He'll be performing there October the 5th and 6th. And Let Freedom Sing, Celebrating America. Cypress Civic Center Green is where that will be held on October the 5th. And finally, see Inventing Paradise, the Hawaiian Image in Popular Culture. It's going to be on display at the Fullerton Museum Center through December 31st. Okay, as promised, Drew Tretick. Wow.
He is.
That was
The
amazing.
expression on his face, too.
was
Love it.
great.
Oh, magnificent. Monday on Real Orange, there's a major mystery developing inside the Curtis Theater. We're going to tell you about it.
And restaurants get together to provide food for thought.
That's it for this edition of Real Orange. Thanks for watching.
We're going to leave you tonight with more from Drew. Go to goviolin.com to find out more about him. Here's a track from his current CD. This is called Promise.
Real Orange has been produced in association with the Los Angeles Times, Orange County edition, which is proud to support education and journalism programs in Orange County.
At Edison International, we're putting a new spin on an old way to have fun. Our solar project at Pacific Park on the Santa Monica Pier uses sunshine to power the Pacific Wheel. Creative energy, generating smiles in a whole new way.